Good morning. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to put down whatever it is that you're doing and then breathe in with me for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold 5, 6, 7. Now release 8, 9, 10. Did you do it? Or did you say, I'm too busy for that? Well, yesterday, among the many things that I'm reading, talking about how to deal with all the things that are going on, and all the things could be that you're homeschooling your kids while you're trying to work from home. Could be that you're climbing the walls because you have the 4 walls around you and that's it. There's a lot of things that are going on right now. And I was thinking about it. And the truth is that we've all gotten really fond of saying that it's a first world problem. And I started thinking about that phrase and what it means and how we use it. And I think that it probably started with people thinking, well, I don't live in a third world country, so this must be a first world problem. And I think that it's a phrase we should all stop using, because in this particular climate where we are right now, your problems are problems. And minimizing them by saying it's a first world problem, or by saying I really shouldn't complain about this because people are dying, doesn't minimize your pain. This is also known as comparative suffering. Brene Brown talks about this in her podcast, and she doesn't need any help with her readership or followership. She's doing great. She's such an inspiration, though, because she tells the truth. She tells it like it is, and often with curse words. And she's fantastic, and I really, really like her a lot, and I'm inspired by her. And she was talking about the fact that, you know, in a situation like this, where this is a marathon, not a sprint, we're going to be in this new situation for a while. Social distancing is going to go on for a bit to save lives, and we have to keep washing our hands and sanitizing and doing the things that we're being told to do. And she said that comparative suffering is a really easy thing to jump into when really the antidote for all of this is extreme empathy. And I am incredibly guilty of saying first world problem, and it's just something that you do because you're trying to minimize your pain, or you're trying to say, gosh, you know, there are people dying out there, and so me complaining about the fact that I didn't get to go see a show, or don't get to take my little girl to the park, or any of the things that, you know, don't seem quite as important. But who says? Like, it's suffering. It bothers you, so talk about it. And I think that part of what I'm here to do as part of the Professor Helps is to inspire you, motivate you, maybe get you to see things a little bit differently, and that's what I'm after. Now, I typically look at the world through rose-colored glasses, and it's certainly gotten a lot muddier from where I'm sitting in the last year, and it's been really challenging to continue to see that rose tint. And I also think that it's never been more important to keep that positive outlook. Now, I am not saying that because I have a positive outlook, I'm not looking at things through real glasses, because I do every day look through real glasses. A friend of mine pointed out yesterday that, you know, we've been doing a gratitude list very regularly. So we do a gratitude list, we talk about what we're grateful for. Now sometimes that list devolves into, I'm grateful for this, I'm ungrateful for this, but she had a great spin on it yesterday, and so I wanted to share it with you. I think that in this time of stress and difficulty, first, the reason that I had you breathe is because I realized that I hadn't really stopped to take in a breath for a while. Even though I do a meditation every single night, and that's part of what I do, I don't really do it during the day. So I invite you to join me in doing that. In fact, let's do it again. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 5, 6, 7, now let it out, 8, 9, 10. And that's probably even a little too fast, because you're supposed to do it super slow and really take in that breath. So I think what I wanted to say today is that you need to look at both sides of it. You need to feel the struggle, and you need to feel the gratitude, the things that you're grateful for. So for instance, I am struggling with the fact that I can't take my daughter to the park. And there are lots of things that we can do, but we can't go to the park. And she asks almost every day, "Park, Jim?" And I have to keep saying no. And I hate that. I really hate that. And it's not that I hate saying no. That's parenting. I hate that it's not my choice. I hate that we're being forced into not going to the park because it's something that she loves. And there's that look on her face that she gets when she's so excited to run to the swings. And it's really hard to not see that. And one of the things that I realize is, I take pictures. I'm a shutterbug amongst my friends. And in fact, I'm really specific about it, and I have been told by other people that they're grateful that I take pictures because I'm the one who captures the memory. And someone said once, "I'm really glad you take pictures, Jennifer, because not everybody does, and we don't think about it. We're just in the middle of having a time." So I have a lot of pictures I can look back at of her being full of joy, and this is only temporary. This is not going to last forever, and it still sucks. And not being able to see a show that you really want to see, that you've been looking forward to, and not only that you've been looking forward to, but people have been working super hard on to develop and craft and work on characters and learn lines, and the lighting people, and all the artists and people who are upset about not having a graduation or not having their prom or not being able to have a baby shower or not being able to celebrate and do the things that we just do and we take for granted every single day. It's worth talking about it bothering you, because it bothers you. It doesn't matter that there's somebody in Syria who's suffering more than you, or there's somebody in New York City who's dying right now because of this virus. You are still going through that pain. So minimizing it doesn't fix anything. So I invite all of us to talk about what we're struggling with and to also be grateful. Now, there are going to be days when you cannot find the gratitude, and I totally respect that. So the best thing to do is just start out with, "I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that I have legs to walk with. I'm grateful," and it just starts like that. And then, you'll say, "I'm grateful the sun is shining," or "I'm grateful that it's raining," because maybe you like the rain. I'm grateful for my little girl's smile, because I did discover yesterday when we were coloring another way for her to express some joy, and it wasn't running to the swings. It was coloring in a coloring book, and she really loves to color. And it's really funny because through her, I've discovered that I like to color. It's something that relaxes me. And even though I resisted it at first, because my friends and my mom actually got me an adult coloring book, and I went, this is not for me, and just, whatever. And this was when I was pregnant. And it's taken almost 3 years for me to realize, oh my gosh, I actually love to color. And in coloring with her, she gets so excited, and she picks out whatever color it is that she's excited about coloring, and I have to squelch my desire to be like, no, the monkey has to be brown. Well, who says? Like a couple of months ago, I did a post about Vivian making the bridge pink. Well, the bridge is pink. In her world, it's pink. And that's fantastic. And I love that she has that kind of imagination, even at 3. So I really, really, really want to encourage all of us to, 1, take a breath, 2, talk about what you're struggling with, and 3, most importantly, think about what you're grateful for, and reach out to your friends. I'm also incredibly grateful. I have to give a shout out to my husband. He knows how difficult it is for the social butterfly in me, who is stuck in a cocoon right now, to not have socialization. So he actually has surprised me with a virtual happy hour. I'm going to get together with some friends tomorrow. And when he told me about it, I burst into tears, because I was so relieved about being able to do something that is social. And it just really hit home for me how much I've been missing that social aspect of things. So this is The Professor Helps. If you find it helpful, please subscribe. There's a little button right there that says subscribe now. And you'll get these messages before 7 a.m. on Wednesdays, because I feel like middle of the week is a good place to do it. And just hang in there and make sure that, one, you take that deep breath and you take it in, and then you hold it, and then you release it. And then also, second, talk about what's bothering you, and don't qualify it, don't quantify it by calling it a first world problem. Just say, this bothers me. And then ask the other person, what's bothering you? Tell me. And then talk about what you're grateful for. All right, everybody, that's The Professor Helps, and this is the Professor signing off.